Hello, everyone, and welcome to Minnesota Varsity League's Sunday stream. My name is Thunder McFadden, and I am joined by my man Skeptor for Rocket League today, folks, and all of it is brought to you by Torrent. Thank you to Torrent, our title sponsor. All of our Rocket League players are able to play in this league for free because of Torrent. So big ups and big thank you to Torrent. Skep, we've got a triple header today, and it is full of playoff potential, playoff implications, all of that. Dude, how excited are you?
Yeah, man, I'm through the roof right now, Thunder. Looking across the board, I mean, there is no let up across all three of our games today. Each and every single one of these matches is going to deliver, and that is a guarantee, like straight up.
Yep. Yeah, so let's give you the rundown, folks. 3 matchups today. We have, first off, it is going to be Inver sitting at 2-2. They will be taking on Highland Park Rocket League, which they are sitting at 3-1. The second matchup, St. John's Prep taking on Spring Lake Park. I had to remember which of the SLPs it was, right?
Yeah, man.
St. John's Prep at 4-1. Spring Lake Park also 2-2, right? We all remember Spring Lake Park last year in the state finals, going almost all the way, right? And then number 3, third matchup, Mott Varsity Rocket League sitting at 3-2, and they are taking on Hillmurray, undefeated at 4-0. Unbelievable Rocket League we have today. We are we're ending off week 6 here, Skep, with some teams that have seen buys. They have seen some other games kind of maybe not go their way and whatever, and now it's everything to play for all of these teams.
Yeah, man, 2 weeks left in the regular season after this match day, so we're really getting down to it. There's nothing else to say about it. State is coming up, it is right around the corner, so these teams have to be playing together. They have to be playing on point, and they have to be showing up, on form and ready to play on game day, because the other team's going to be bringing it, right? That's a guarantee.
Yeah, we know that. We definitely know that. And I think that, we would have to go back and look at the actual numbers. We'd have to crunch the actual numbers, because every single esport in MNVL has grown so much over the past year, right? The competition has just become more and more fierce, more and more teams involved. So going into this state tournament, right? Every team today, looking across the board, yes, there are no teams with more than 2 losses. Right. So for any of these squads, you'd be looking at your Spring Lake Park. You'd be looking at Mott, who has, sitting at 3-2. Right. Yep. And then Inver at 2-2. If they win out the rest of the season, I mean, then you're talking your team is sitting at 5-2. Right. You know, and that could be a potential for any of these squads. But that's basically what you have to do to just get your foot in the door for the state tournament and get yourself ready to go at that point. Okay. I mean, there's no free ride to the state tournament at all in this league. There's so much competition. And so I can't wait to see what each of these teams brings today. We have seen such growth. I mean, again, across all of our esports, but we have seen such growth up until this point. Out of our Rocket League teams, Spring Lake Park, they've had a couple of tough losses this season, coming off of, again, we talk about that state tournament all the time. But Spring Lake Park, they have the potential to put everything back together and make a run at the state tournament, just like Mott, just like Highland Park, just like Inver, right? But it starts now. And I think the matchups that we see today, again, let me run them down for you. Inver and Highland Park, number 1. Number 2, St. John's Prep taking on Spring Lake Park. And number 3 is going to be Mott Varsity and Hillmurray. Okay, each one of these matchups is going to be a banger, and each one of these matchups is going to tell whether these teams really have what it takes to go and make a solid run in the playoffs. Don't you think, Skep?
No, I agree with you, Thunder. I think for those squads that have 2 losses, it is do or die now. You have to start turning your season around in a positive note, and you have to start racking up those wins, because if you're not able to do that, frankly, your playoff hopes are just going to start vanishing. And we're getting right into game number 1 to kick off week 6 here, folks. And it's a banger. Wow. And wow, Abe the Babe is going to start us off hot and early. Getting it going here. And that's Inver, man, coming out with the opener. to start us off. 4 seconds into the game, and Inver Grove, man, last week, Thunder, you were not here, but Inver Grove definitely had hot starts against their series against Minnetonka. So, frankly, keeping up with that trend that they had last week, coming out of the gate blazing.
Which is fantastic to hear. You see that a very quick goal to get things going. You know, early in the season, Inver Grove, I think something we talked about was a little bit of kind of like some aerial play that needed some work and some other things. Right now, what I'm seeing, especially after not being here last week, what I am seeing is serious improvement mechanically in this Inver Grove squad.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think last week was Inver Grove's best look we've seen on stream from them this season. Woo! But as I say that, Wrath gonna have a beautiful, basically layup on this one. Nice touch around one defender and then beats Q-Tip and Abe the Babe at the goal with a nice bump on top and a nice finish from Wrath. Highland Park tie up the game at 1. 4 minutes and 16 seconds left here in game number 1.
Yeah, that's
the face-off.
A big crash on the goal there out of Wrath, and I mean that's a huge goal to make sure that Inver Grove doesn't get, you know, their heads don't get too big, right? You know,
Yeah.
you want to kind of even things up at this point to keep them honest. Oh!
Nice touch from Griggs, but a nice save from Nebula as well.
Oof.
Luca trying to set up a teammate, Wrath. A good look there from the side of Highland Park. Nebula going the length of the field here, going for goal as well, but a nice clear.
Wow, Neb almost carries it the distance. You said it, and just, I mean, the team was there following up too. They almost had it.
Yeah, it was a good look. Inver Grove trying to build some kind of an offensive threat, but it's been Highland Park for the last minute or two here, leading the charge and putting this pressure onto Inver Grove. A nice demo from Luca. Griggs trying to bring this ball back now, approaching the midfield, sending it over to Wrath. Ooh. Losing out on that 50 ball, and Inver Grove turning it around. Nebula trying to kick it out, but Luca gets it on net, and a good save from Q-Tip.
Dang, Q-Tip is playing some absolutely fantastic defense right now. You've seen it a couple of times, a couple of great saves, and just good positioning. Oh boy, but Wrath is gonna get one here. Wow!
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Yeah, Nebula, I mean, tries to clear, but frankly going backwards, not able to get that ball out of harm's way, and it's just right there for the tanking. Wrath puts it away. 2 goals now for him in Highland Park now with a 2-1 lead. Retaking control a little bit and starting to kind of... Oh, Q-Tip!
Okay.
No way, Q-Tip!
Wow.
With the 2-tap, man, you can't be serious. Look at how quick Q-Tip reads this.
I'm sitting here, I mean...
That's
wow.
sick stuff out of Q-Tip. What a banger of a goal there to completely regain control and even this game up at 2.
Yep, that's massive, and I think Q-Tip, you know, I was just gassing Q-Tip for the defense. Q-Tip might have heard me. Said, no, Thunder, I can play 0-2. I can score. Why not?
I like that. A beautiful read out of Q-Tip, you know, from defensive, stepping up and going offensive with it, and tying the game up for Inver Grove. A nice challenge for Nebula, denying Luca in the aerial battle. Abe the Babe out front. Neb hunting down Luca right now, trying to make a play. Nice kick. Abe the Babe following it up. Wrath over to Luca. I do like Highland's passing plays so far. It seems like they have very good knowledge on where their teammates are playing. And
yeah, they've clearly been practicing as a squad. You can tell that. Like you said, positioning, passing plays, but also I'm seeing it in the aerials. I'm seeing this squad get up and get in the air more than I have all season, and they look great doing it.
Yep. I agree with you. Neb bringing it back towards midfield. Nice touch. Griggs denies, though. Now Luca bringing this ball back, beats one defender, 2 to go. Abe the Babe with a nice pinch, though. Cutting the ball off. Wrath with the deep clear. And now Highland trying to bring this ball back. Griggs now leading with the charge and going towards the net. A nice touch off the ceiling. Ball cleared out of harm's way for now, but Luca going back, and what an attempt there out of Griggs, man. That would have been dangerous if that ball was going towards the net. Just a minute left on the clock now, Thunder, and it is crunch time. Both these teams tied up here and looking for the go-ahead goal.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, 2-2, this is kind of what we expected. We knew that these teams were going to be pretty evenly matched, but I didn't know that it was going to be this competitive. Obviously, both of these teams figuring each other out, getting after it in the air and on the ground, right? Because we've seen a few demos and we've seen a few bumps that are making this field hard to play on for both of these squads.
Yep. Just 30 seconds left now on the clock. Inver Grove has been failing to find their offensive looks. It's been Highland Park kind of really putting the pressure on in this offensive zone. A team bump there. Aid the Babe. Gotta look out for the friendly fire. Griggs denies it at midfield. Turns the ball back around. This could be trouble for Inver Grove. Ball crosses the midfield, but nobody there for a look. Overtime it is to settle things here in game number 1.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, this is just exactly how tight this matchup is. And when you're...
Q-tip! Off the goal! Oh my, it's at the doorstep! Q-tip! Q-tip does it! Q-tip, you can't be serious with that. You cannot be serious with that from Q-tip.
Wow. Wow.
What a start to this one, Thunder.
Unreal.
What a start.
Gonna take it. Q-tip. Listen, nobody wanted that goal more than Q-tip. Nobody. Not a single person on the field wanted that dub more than Q-tip. Unreal. Unreal. And they will take game number 1. It's Inver Grove. You know, we didn't talk about this before we got into the matchup, Skep, but you and I, we talked about doing picks this week. Caster picks. And
we did.
I'm telling you, I had Highland Park as my pick for this matchup because, and nothing against Inver Grove, but Luca, Griggs, and especially Wrath, they have had just a hot hand in MNVL Rocket League as of late. Now, though, I mean, Inver Grove is looking better than I have seen all season. What are your thoughts, boss?
Yeah, you know, so we did talk about that, and you did tell me that you were going to be going with the Highland pick. However, I was taking that hot hand of Inver Grove, man. Last week, I'm telling you, Thunder, it was a new team. It's like a new iteration of Inver Grove that we haven't seen yet on Rocket League. This team has put in the time, and they've put in the practice, and finally, it's all kind of meshing together now. That gel has formed, and it's solid, right? This Inver Grove team is starting to show signs of that Call of Duty life, if you will, right? I mean, definitely playing as a unit in terms of a team, right? Maybe not the raw dominance, but the unit, right? And the team play is really where Inver Grove have been shining, and it showed there in match number 1. Q-tip with some heroic highlights of his own, though. And what a face-off coming out there. I mean, that ball had to be coming out 90 kilometers, something nuts,
I mean,
right?
something nasty. That thing just spit out of there and said, whoa, see you later.
Absolutely. Highland Park, though, find themselves in the offensive zone. Wrath going for the goal early, but Nesbula to deny. And Wrath has shown a lot of offensive explosivity, you know, and I love to see that in a player, especially leading the charge here for Highland Park, trying to get something on the board early for him.
Yeah, certainly. Certainly. And I think, oh boy.
Nice shot from Luca, denied from Neb. Neb has been a hero in the goal, though. I will say that.
Certainly, you know, but
so
for as many saves as we've seen out of Nesbula, Q-tip as well.
Off the post. A nice look from Q-tip, but it's not to be off the post. Griggs now getting fancy with it. Not any boost to play with, though. Unfortunately, Luca as well out of boost. These Highland Park players struggling to find some boost right now. Does that mean Inver Grove are boost hogging it?
I mean, if they are, they're doing it well.
Oh, Abe the Babe goes for goal, but Griggs to deny. An epic save at the goal line.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it pretty often, but one great way to control the field is to control the boost. If the opposing team can't get gas, they ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, those wheels will not be a turning. Nesbula trying to set up shop. Luca pressing the issue, and I like how offensively this Highland Park team is playing, not backing down at all, keeping this ball in this Inver Grove zone and putting the pedal to the metal right now, Thunder.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, both of these teams are looking really great. We're almost 2 minutes in with no score. We had a game one that went to overtime. I think that this is proving to be that playoff caliber and that really competitive Rocket League that we knew that we were going to see today. All three matchups.
Yep. No, I agree with you there. We've been seeing playoff caliber Rocket League. I mean, frankly, for the entirety of this season, it feels like we've been talking about it. These teams have stepped up to a new degree and an absolutely new level of a league, right? This league has evolved and grown and turned into something special. And it's probably our deepest league we have, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing putting it past this Rocket League. Wow! What
is that play
from Abe the Babe and Nesbula? Look at this play. Abe the Babe gets the call out from Nesbula. Hey, bro, I'm coming high slot.
Dude, right here.
Gives him the ball, and Nesbula buries it right underneath Griggs. What a team play from Inver Grove, and that's exactly giving a shout out to what we were talking about right before we got into this game, right? The team play, the communication, and Inver Grove showing it. Netting that first goal here in game number 2.
Yeah, game number 2s are historically it's a match where you have figured at least a few things out with your opponent, right? And so for this game, number 2 to start off as close as it did makes sense to me. And then that right there, taking advantage of an opportunity, is Raph going to do the same thing? Oh,
Q-tip with the save though. Hero that Inver Grove needed right there. Nesbula, a nice drop pass from Q-tip. Luca, a well-timed clear, getting it out of harm's way. Off the crossbar, Raph with the finish. What a follow-up play there. Luca with the long-distance clear. Props to him on that. And then, yeah, missing that ball. It ends up going off the crossbar, and Raph beats the defenders there. I mean, props to Raph for hunting that ball all the way downfield and burying.
Yeah.
Tied up now.
Crashing the goal, and needed to. They get that goal, which is huge. And I'm glad they got that goal, because if they don't, they had a triple commit right there. Every orange car was almost in the blue goal. So if that thing goes any sort of sideways, whoo, you're in trouble.
It would have been a FUBAR admission at that point, but it was a good read by Highland Park. I mean, knowing that the time was then, you know, they were running lower on the clock in the minute zone. It's starting to get dangerous, right? Like, not a lot of time to play with, and you'd rather play it safe, get that goal on the board, tie things up, and continue from there.
Well, certainly.
But that crash in the net, man, that is something that needs to be talked about more often. I mean, so many goals come from crashing, getting those rebounds, and I think somebody's got to do it, right? 100%. Coaches always praise the man that gets dirty and cleans up the trash in front of the net.
Yep. Yeah, it's about being aggressive at the end of the day. Oh,
Griggs slides that one in. Both defenders missing. Griggs goes into the middle, steals that pass away, and Q-tip can't find it on the aerial. And it's Highland Park taking the lead.
I thought Luca was in on it, but no, Luca just kind of sliding right by Griggs, just watching the situation.
Yeah, getting up close, being like, "Oh no, bro, you got it."
That's huge for Highland Park. I mean,
sometimes that can throw defenders off, though. You know, when another car starts coming into the mix, people just don't know what's going to happen sometimes, especially if whiffs get involved. You never know.
Yeah.
Nesbula going for goal, trying to get something back for Inver Grove here. 30 seconds left on the clock. Both these teams fighting. Highland trying to tie the series up at 1, and Inver Grove trying to tie up this game here at 2, you know?
Yeah, it's do or die. Wow, and the clock just
ticking away, 10 seconds left.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were only 10 seconds left. Sheesh.
Passing it over, Abe the Babe to Nesbula in the corner. Chance for Inver Grove. Wrath trying to clear. 1 second, the ball needs to be airborne. Q-tip does his best to keep it up.
Oh boy.
Nice play so far.
Oh,
Q-tip.
No way.
Oh, nice play out of Griggs to deny that. Ball into the corner. There's still life.
Wow.
Griggs off the back wall. Dude, Q-tip for a second there. If he got that flick over Griggs, right, there's a chance. But Griggs with the hero defense, knocking that ball off the hood of Q-tip and tying up the series at 1 apiece as we head into game 3. And frankly, that's, you know, that seems like a correct spot to be at for how the series has been playing out so far, Thunder.
Yeah. Yeah, both of these squads, as we said during that game number 2, figuring each other out, right? Kind of going through the motions of what we tend to see in Rocket League, right? A very excitable, kind of all over the place first game, a second game that kind of evens out, mellows out just a little bit, and the teams kind of get back to some sort of
Yep.
equilibrium. And
Yep.
then moving into a game number 3, and I think that one of these squads has the potential to really take the momentum here, right? We could see a 5-6-0, 5-6-1 game here
Yeah.
in game number 3, but I'm not going to expect it, and I'm not going to I'm not going to call for that, because these two teams, they are doing exactly what we expected them to do.
Yep.
They are fighting tooth and nail for this next step towards the state tournament, right? They know it's do or die time, and you can tell how much they've improved too.
Yeah. Both teams are putting it all on the line right now. Inver Grove, Highland Park, kicking us off in week 6. Brought to you by Torrent. Gotta give thanks to Torrent.
Yeah.
Love what they're doing over there. MOA very soon. Stay tuned. If you don't know, now you know.
Yep, you said it. Big stuff happening.
Nesbula.
Oh!
Nesbula.
Wow.
Netting one early for Inver Grove, man. And I think, listen, we've talked about confidence and what getting goals early does for teams' mentalities in the past. And I think Inver Grove Rocket League is a team that thrives and does very well if they get the first goal. I think their success rate goes up exponentially compared to if they're playing from the back foot. They just seem like a different team when they have a lead.
I totally agree. The confidence level is there. We talk about it pretty frequently. Nesbula, right? A state champion Call of Duty player making the move over to Rocket League. Okay. No stranger with a controller in hand. Wow,
Luka.
big save.
Beautiful shot there.
Yeah.
Very close look.
But Nesbula trying to do something here, trying to do something with the squad and lead them to victory, lead them into a state tournament, even though, right? A little more experienced Call of Duty player, doesn't care at all. So I think that this team, there are a lot of difference makers for this team, and if they can continue to put together a solid run and they can continue to improve, they will be dangerous.
Yep. No, I like that. I do like where Nesbula's mentality's been. Definitely a good player, brings a good team mentality, good leadership qualities as well. But yeah, it's been bumps in the road. Hasn't been easy for this Inver Grove squad. They've been learning and improving. 2 losses to some championship caliber teams, though, I will say, so nothing to frown upon there, as Nesbula has an opportunity, goes for goal again, but Griggs denies him, and now turning it back the other way. Highland Park, 3 minutes on the clock, have to get something turned around and started in their favor.
I'm telling you, a month ago, you would not have seen those same type of collections out of Nesbula. You wouldn't have seen the same type of effective play. Wrath coming from up top.
That is something else. Out of Wrath, man. This player bro, these snipe shots from Wrath, I think, have been something to say, right? The ability to always kind of angle it to hit a post and go in is one of the harder balls to defend in the game, I'd say. So Wrath definitely going to give a nod of the hat to the sniping ability on Wrath there.
Yeah, certainly. It makes a difference when you can count on at least one of your teammates to be making kind of some flashy plays like that.
Yep. Always effective having a sniper on the team. When it comes down to one of these precision scoring sports, sometimes goalies, they're so good, but sometimes the shot is just better. The perfect shot can beat the best goalie. But as I say that, the team play comes out. Luka and Wrath, these two have been a special duo this game, man. Teaming up multiple times, finding each other. Wrath crashing the net again, showing up time and time again, man. Giving me some vibes of the second touch king, man. King Yake.
Yep.
The follow-up guys. There's a player, I'm forgetting the team, man. He was the king at picking up goals in front of the net, man. He was like the only guy on the team that would score rebound goals. I'll try to think of his name. Sorry for going down that train of thought, but he was a beast on the MNVL Rocket League server. I want to give him credit.
Well, that's, I mean, and you make a fantastic point. There is something to be said there about how you follow up, how you
Yep.
clean up after, what things get messy in front of the goal all the time in Rocket League. So if you have that kind of cool, calm mentality on the midfield saying, no, you know what, I'm going to wait for the right ball. I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to get goals off of that. And Highland Park
Yep.
proving that they can.
Yeah. Proven well so far. A nice shot from Nesbila, just a little bit off net. Highland Park still with the lead here. A minute 15 on the clock. And one of these two teams is going to be able to take series lead after this game here, Thunder. So both teams doing whatever they can to come out on top with this one. Dangerous ball. Griggs trying to angle into that one. Could not find it. Wrath now with a look. A good clear from Q-Tip, though. Out to midfield now. Inver have to turn it around if they want a chance at evening this game up.
Yeah, I mean, this win is crucial no matter who gets it, right? Inver or Highland Park.
What a shot.
Oh!
And it's high. Wrath looking for the clothesline on it. Missing out. Griggs the only player back to defend. An opportunity for Inver Grove. Q-Tip denied by Luca at the goal line. What a save. Nesbilo kicking it out front. Abe the Babe! Abe the Babe!
Oh, Abe does it! Woo! Wow.
Wow, indeed. The setup ball from Neb. The beautiful touch from Abe the Babe in its top right corner. Griggs can't get to it. It's up where Grandma keeps the peanut butter.
Yep. Wow, Abe, that is so massive for this Inver Grove squad. With that 30 seconds left, Skep, I mean, we may see yet another overtime.
Oh, the demo's coming out too. These teams are firing right now. Q-Tip with the laser of a shot denied by Wrath. And electricity flowing on the pitch now as both teams go down at Wrath. Open net!
Oh, Q-Tip!
Nesbila kicks it away. And Inver Grove, I mean, a heart rate check on that play.
Wow. Yep,
Overtime
Q-Tip.
it is.
Oh, man. If I have headphones on that team right now, I am screaming for Q-Tip. What a save. I swear that ball just broke the plane. Q-Tip was coming from deep within that goal to make that save. What on the earth?
Yeah, I mean, Guardian Angel is an understatement in that aspect. Q-Tip saving a series potential there. Abe the Babe trying to get it going for IG now. Turns back. Griggs with the deep clear, though. Two players waiting towards the net. Abe the Babe goes. Nice chip to himself. Beats two defenders. Q-Tip now with the follow-up. Over top, Griggs with a nice ball. Goes towards midfield to play it. Over to Wrath. And a nice read from Q-Tip and an intercept follows up now. Bringing this ball back. I like the back and forth. Both teams going at it right now. No boost, though, for Q-Tip. And Luca picks his pocket and goes for goal.
Oh!
Luca! What a magnificent play that was.
Wow.
Absolutely takes the candy away from a baby from Q-Tip and then slams it on top of Nesbila's head. I mean, wow. Dude, that is a play that Luca's been looking for all series so far and finally gets it. I mean, props to him to go for it. Unlucky for Q-Tip. He was trying so hard to get to that boost, but couldn't do it and then gets robbed.
Yep.
That was cold-hearted, but it had to be done. It had to be done. Highland Park take the lead, 2-1.
Yeah. Luca, huge. I mean, that play there is insane, obviously.
For sure.
But I think right there is perfect evidence of what this Highland Park squad has done in taking control of the field, right? They're now sitting at match point, right? But again, it's about the boost. We keep talking about the boost right there. Luca has a full tank, is able to get that aerial move, is able to set it up and then get off the side and take it all the way through for the goal. Nobody else, nobody for Inver Grove had enough gas to make anything happen there. And so when you are taking those opportunities and taking those boosts away from your opponent, I mean, it's tough to come back from that. Great work out of Highland Park, and they're one away from taking this dub.
They are on series point now. Neb tried to contest from the goal, but that angle, I mean, it's just it's tip of the hat to Luca, right? Like he came in higher, he had the high ground, and it was over for Nesbula. And look at that though, Inver Grove. They said, no, it's not over, Skeptor. Bad timing on that. I didn't mean the series was over. I meant that game was over. Because Q-Tip here, bouncing right back. He had some boost again and was able to put one away early. 1-0 Inver Grove, 4-4-4 on the clock.
Yep. Yeah, they come out, they score an early goal, but hey, they have done this before. What they need to do is keep on it at this point, right? Not let up. If they're able to get those type of goals that quick, continue with it. Continue the pressure. You have to, if you're Inver Grove, to take this thing back and get it to a game 5.
I agree with you, Thunder. We need some kind of insurance now, right? Yes, Inver Grove. We've seen the first goal a couple times now, but we need that second goal, right? Every single time, I think we've been tied up at 1. I don't think we've had a 2-0 lead for Inver Grove yet. I don't think in this series.
No. So, and, I mean, at this point, I think your point is well made. At this juncture, right, Inver Grove going up 2-0 or going up by 2 points is a lot different than Highland Park going up by 2 points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If Highland Park goes up by 2 points here, then they can kind of take a little step back, take a little bit, not a deep breath, but they can play a little more conservative and focus a little more on the defense. Inver Grove, if they go up by 2, no. You have to just continue. You have to keep with the momentum and carry that into that game 5. Otherwise, you're going down here, and that might mean the end of the hopes for the playoffs. We don't know that, but it's a possibility.
I completely agree with you, Thunder. We talked about it at the start of the day. For these 2 lost teams, it is do or die, and Abe the Babe says now is the time. Q-Tip with the pass, and did we get this bump in here? Hold on. Q-Tip leading the way, and I mean, looked for it, right? Looked for it. That is all that matters. Griggs sees him coming and can't make that save.
Yep.
Like, heads up play from Q-Tip, and that's the 2-goal lead that we were just asking for. Inver Grove delivering right now, as they know their season hopes and playoff, hopes are on the line. Q-Tip goes for goal. A wicked save out of Luca, though. Highland Park know that, they're still playing for a higher seed. They're 3-1 right now. They're not a guarantee. They still need to lock up wins as well. So these are just crunch time games, right? These are when games start to really matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you're Highland Park right now, I mean, you said it. Listen, you want to take, and you only want to leave with 1 loss, right? You don't want to take that second loss on the season this weekend as we're getting so close to tourney time, right?
Yeah,
playoffs are right around the corner, and you do not want to take an L here. That is, the competition is really, really, really tough here at this juncture of the season.
I agree with you, Thunder. Because these teams, they understand where they're at position-wise, right? They know what is at stake here and what they're playing for. It is making that state finals, man. It is such a special day to be a part of. It always is. It always delivers, man. The games are always electric. Everybody brings it. You and I bring it. Production brings it.
Yep.
And it's a hell of a day.
Yeah, it's a fiesta.
In a good way, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Muy bueno fiesta, mis amigos.
Yep. State tournament.
Abe the Babe out front. Nesbula and Inver Grove having their way right now in game number 4. 3-0 lead. It stands with 1:52 on the clock, Thunder.
Yep. It's listen, we've been talking about watching playoff level Rocket League. Right now, Highland Park has to play state champion. They have to play championship level Rocket League, not just playoff. They have to play championship level Rocket League if they're going to turn this thing down and solidify the win here in game number 4. Inver Grove looks great. They have figured things out. They've made adjustments, as we've seen across the field. And now, up 3-0, we may very well see a game 5. And again, the implications for either of these teams are huge on the day.
Yep. Yeah, but at this rate right now, nice shot on goal. The follow-up from Wrath. Luca can't get the third look. Woo! Wrath, though, the man that is always there for those follow-up shots.
What a big save out of Q-Tip. I mean, it can't be, because a goal right there for Highland Park.
Yep.
Q-Tip. And then turns around and scores one. What?
Yeah, Q-Tip playing both ends of the field. Like, I mean, like, we haven't seen, you know? This guy has been everywhere on both ends of the field. Inver Grove making a statement in game number 4, adding 4 goals to the scoreboard with 1:05 to go, Thunder.
Yep. IG looking fantastic right now. Looking fantastic. They look like a completely different team than we saw in the first couple of weeks of the season.
That's what I was trying to say.
Wow.
Like, I wasn't even making it up. You know, sometimes you say that kind of lightly, but these past 2 weeks, this Inver Grove team has looked like a new beast.
Yep.
Something that you don't bring out of the woodworks every day, right? Like this guy you keep chained up. You feed him the steaks by the whole.
Yep.
The whole slab of beef.
Yep.
Inver Grove is up to nasty, nasty things right now. A 4-goal lead with 20 seconds on the clock. Man, and we're looking at a game 5 right on the other side of the barrel here.
Yeah, I'm calling it right now. If Highland Park somehow scores 4 goals in 10 seconds, I will eat my words. But listen, IG, they have taken control here in game number 4. They won a game number 5. They want to prove that they are ready. Wrath gonna get one, but it's at the end. Doesn't matter.
Yep,
IG still takes it.
Dude, and the thing is I will say this. So IG were just in a heartbreaker of a loss last week to Tonka, right? The last year's state champions. So this team is coming into this game 5 fresh off of a game 5 last week, man. They've got the motivation now from that game 4. I mean, this Inver Grove squad has to be confident coming into this game 5, Thunder. You know, all signs have to be pointing in the way of Inver Grove right now. I mean, it's on Highland Park to flip the script, right? That's what I gotta say.
I think it is. I think it is on Highland Park at this point to turn this around. But if I am Inver Grove, I'm confident, as you said, 100%. I'm confident, but I'm cautiously confident.
For sure.
Cautiously confident. Remember, you have got to remember that we are in week number 6 of 8.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you're an Inver Grove team sitting at 2-2,
you have to win. You have to win.
You have to win. You know, it is all riding on this right now.
Yep.
And for this squad, which we keep saying they've improved so much, right? There is still, I mean, if Highland Park loses today, there's still a glimmer of hope, obviously. They're playing for just as much as Inver Grove is.
Yep.
Right? So, again, there's so much riding on this. But if Inver Grove goes down, I think
it's their season, man. I think it is their season.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm being honest, I'm pretty sure. Just because how many teams we have, man. The varsity with the new format with Rocket League, you know, 2 JV squads make it into the state finals day. So we only the best of the best from varsity make it in. Inver Grove, this is a must-win game 5 if you want your season to continue, right? I mean, you'll still get to play the next 2 weeks, but granted, you're not playing to make it anywhere. You're just playing to play, which is still fine, but, you know, it's not what these players are playing for.
No, and it's not what these IG players, it's not what any of these players are playing for, obviously. But, you know, again, talking about the improvements that Inver Grove have made, Highland Park, they've really pretty much always been good since we started watching them. You know what I mean? So right here, this is it. This is that moment. This is that week where it's like, okay, no. The run starts now.
Yep. It's now or never. Q-Tip and Neb trying to do what they can. And Nesbula, who other to start it off in game number 5. Look at that. Beats Luca right over one defender and right over top of Wrath as well. The Dueling Dragons come out. 4:16 on the clock. Nesbula, the likely hero of the story to start us off in game number 5. Who else would it have been, Thunder? Right?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
It's only right.
Yeah, we have seen so much. We've seen so much out of Neb. And this, you know, I've met Neb. Neb's like, I mean, really, like, the nicest guy on the planet, really committed to the esports, committed to his squad, and committed to getting as good as possible, right? That's what it's about. It's not about how flashy you can be or the awards or anything like that. For Neb, it is really, for Neb and everybody at Inver Grove, it's about the win. It's about victory. It's about being champions. And so, I mean, you see that in their play right here. Highland Park, they're only down by 1. Wrath, Luca,
that's a
all
triple
of these
commit,
players. Oh!
Q-Tip gets back to the doorstep and clears it out of harm's way. Dangerous. IG with the triple commit there.
Yep.
And you got to be careful. You got to realize this is game 5, right? But now
There it is.
doubling up with the double touch, man. Sets himself up, and this is a shout out to Q-Tip earlier. Almost the same kind of play we saw from Q-Tip earlier in this series. Nesbula doing it all right now. A 2-goal lead for Inver Grove, man. And we saw this last game. We saw this in game number 4. Highland Park have to put a stop to this unanswered goal streak right here, right now. Otherwise, I fear for the future of their chances in game number 5, honestly.
Yeah.
A 3-goal lead is like too much in game 5, I feel.
Yeah, if they go up 3-0, Highland Park has got to have a very, very significant mental reset. But if they can turn it around and get a goal here, maybe within the next 60 to 90 seconds, then okay. All right, then we're that much closer. We take it either to overtime or we try to get this dub here. This is, I mean, it's all to play for, and it's right now.
Yeah. No, for sure. Aid the babe. Setting it up. But yeah, defensive setup for IG now, realizing that they have that 2-goal lead. No need to overexert themselves, you know? Playing smart. Playing for the win right now. And playing for their season. Q-Tip off the pass from Abe the Babe, and that's a 3-goal lead for Inver Grove Thunder, and that smells trouble for Highland Park.
Yep. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Yeah, Highland Park at this point, I mean, they came out so strong. They really, really did. And now, I mean, listen, these players, I think, again, there's 2 minutes left. That's plenty of time for a team like Highland Park to go ahead and knock down some goals. But they have to do it as a squad. They have to control the boost like they did before.
And there's one.
Right? They got to crash on balls like that. No!
Off the post, he gets robbed. Highway robbery to the extreme. I mean, Luca, you wish you had that one back. Unlucky, they say. And the game continues. 1:40 on the clock. Highland Park have to start mounting this comeback right now, Thunder. Or I think, honestly, they're running out of time.
Yep. Yep. I mean, they're a minute 30. It is do or die. Commit. Go. Send it. That's it. Otherwise, I mean, it's look, it's not like the season's over. That's not, you know, but again, you are in a very, very different place. If you're Highland Park,
they get dicey,
Luca!
you know, because oh, there it is.
From Griggs.
The
There's
setup
one.
from Wrath to Griggs, a beautiful play. Finally, the pressure and the work from Highland Park pays off. But I was trying to say, you know, if Inver Grove wins this game, they go to 3-2. If Spring Lake Park wins their game after this, they go to 3-2. There's just so much more competition for Highland Park if they lose this game. That's why it is so important for them to win it themselves.
Yeah.
But, you know, Inver Grove need to win to stay alive. So that's what they're fighting for.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true. Like, I mean, we keep saying it, but there's just so much on the line right here.
Oh,
and
Wrath.
Oh, bad angle. Oh, man.
Wishes he had it back, man. That was a wide open net.
Wow. Oh.
Tip setting it up. Griggs with a nice clear. Highland Park have to bring this ball into the offensive zone and have to score within the next like 10 seconds. Otherwise, I fear that this game is going to be going to the way of Inver Grove. I mean, they've earned it.
Yeah. Wow, they really
20
have.
seconds. Highland still with the chance, but that chance is dwindling. 10 seconds remain. Inver Grove keeping their season alive with this victory today.
They do it. They do it.
In its spectacular form.
What an effort. What an effort. I'm laughing over here. I'm smiling.
Series,
I'm grinning ear to ear because we got to see. I mean, that's game 1, folks. That's game 1 for Inver Grove, and we got 2 more on the day. What on the earth?
Yeah, you know, we give a slow golf clap to the efforts out of those 2 squads. You know, very, very exceptional play to both of them. I think,
Truly.
dude, the momentum shift that we talked about really in that game 4, man, it's so dangerous for a team to just have such a one-sided game like that, right? To beat
Mhm.
a team 4-0 and then you're going into game 5 and you're like, dude, we just got our heads pounded in, right? Like that was
Mhm.
not a fun one. The mental reset, I mean, Highland Park, I'm sure they talked about it, but it still seemed like, they just missed their opportunities, right? They had a few
Mhm.
scoring chances, not as much as they were getting at the start of the series, but they didn't finish and execute, right? Like there's
Mhm.
Wrath had a couple that they could have gone their way and they could have scored. And I think that's just what it came down to, right? A few key moments that Highland Park just missed the opportunity on. And Inver Grove stepping up, right? You got to give a shout out to Nesbula in that game
Yep.
5, man. That was ridiculous stuff out of him.
Crazy.
Getting those first 2 goals.
Crazy.
Absolute bonkers.
I think your points are extremely well made about how they, Highland Park is not able to take advantage of opportunities. I
Yep.
think it can also be said Inver Grove taking advantage of opportunities and
Yep. For
finding
sure.
ways that they could, of course. As we went through, we got through game number 3 and then through game number 4. And in game number 4 is when we realized that this was really a thing for Inver Grove. That's when we knew that they were not at all going to back down
Yep.
or go down without a fight, anything like that. Now, both of these teams sitting at 3-2 on the
Yes, sir.
season, and that, folks, at week number 6. Considering the number of teams that we have in Rocket League and considering the records and the competitive nature of our league so far, that right there, I mean, it's the next 2 weeks you have to win. You
Yeah.
have to win the next 2 weeks, and even that might not be enough.
Right,
Even that
man.
might not be enough for either of these teams, right? So if you're Highland Park, it's like, man, that was a really, really, really tough loss that we took today. We fought hard for it, but now it's do or die for 2 weeks. If
Yeah.
you're Inver Grove, you're like,
Yeah.
yo,
Thunder.
we've done it. We've done it. We've
Let's go.
improved.
We did it.
We've
We
come a
did it.
long way from week number 1. Now we have to keep doing it. Otherwise, our season's
Or
over.
we still lose. Yeah,
You know
man.
what I mean? Like
That's
that's the implications right now in week number 6. I mean, we're almost to the end of week 6 at MNVL. All of this action brought to you by Torrent. Again, we can't thank them enough for sponsoring our Rocket League season, folks. Wow. What a game number 1. What an unbelievable game number 1. Please, folks, go ahead and follow Minnesota Varsity League on all social media and follow Torrent on all social media. Check out the new cars and the new colorways and everything that they have going on. Awesome stuff. Folks, don't go anywhere. We will be back after a short break for game number 2 here on MNVL Sunday. See you shortly.